Hola, buenos días, niños. Good morning to everyone. I hope everyone is doing good. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into our lesson for this week. It is our lesson this week is going to be about information expressive and adding precision, details, clarity, and about relevant attributes, qualities, characteristics, activities, and behaviors about ourselves and about each other. So what we're going to do, the project that's going to go along with this lesson is an infographic, and we're going to do that with Piktochart. I will put the, I will write and share the link to Piktochart, and we will use our school emails to log in, to have access to an account. And then essentially it's going to be like an ongoing poster. So, posters are usually just one page, let's say like a white sheet of printing paper. This is going to be ongoing, so you guys have space to be creative and to just give more information. This project you can do in your home language, but you will have to present it in English. So you can have it all in Spanish or in French and German, whatever is your home language. But when you get up here and present it, it'll have to be in English. Have to have a presentation time of a minute and a half, but a max of 3 minutes, okay? So I think we can all get to that. Um, so we're gonna um, gonna present it, and then we're gonna get together with our partners and we're gonna discuss about it. And make sure your poster reflects your personality, your interests, things about you, your qualities, your characteristics, your attributes, um, as long as it is appropriate for school. Please keep that in mind. I don't need I don't need any slang. Remember, we're trying to learn English, so I'm trying to incorporate more English vocabulary into already existing vocabulary. So just keep that in mind, okay? Any questions?
Do we have to make an account for this Piktochart thing?
You will make an account. It's piktochart.com, I think. You'll go there and you'll make an account, and it'll be with your school email. Not your personal email, but your school email, so we can keep it all in one place. And if anything happens, we can access it through your school email, okay?
And how are we sending it to you?
You guys will essentially either download it and send me the download, or you guys can just share the link, put it on a Google Doc, and then send me the Google Doc. Make sure the subject is Piktochart for this class and the date that you send it and everything, okay?
Mhm. I think
Okay.
we got it.
Okay. If you guys have any more questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Don't hesitate to ask. Email me if you feel more comfortable emailing me. Whatever is good for you, okay? Alrighty then.
Hello, today we are going to be doing a quick tutorial on how to use Piktochart for today's assignment. So when you get logged in on the homepage, you're going to see a toolbar up here with the different options for things that you can create. For today's assignment, we're using infographics, so I'll just click that. It will take you to a page with dozens of templates if you don't want to start from scratch. They give you so many different formats. And I just watched The Mandalorian, so I'm going to want a Star Wars theme, but I don't see any here. So I'm going to go to the toolbar up top and I'm going to type in Star Wars infographics. And it's going to take me to this page with all different options. I'm going to look around. Oh, and I see this one has infographic on it. I preview it. I like what I see, so I'm going to go ahead and edit the template. And it takes me to this. Now, what's cool about this is you can edit absolutely everything. If you don't like this little calendar, you can delete it and replace it with, say, a flower. And I don't like that the flower is black. You can't really see it. I'm going to go up top, change the color to something that's like white. I can add like my qualities here, delete the text and change it to qualities, and I can type as much or as little as I want. Now let's say that I want to have like I want to keep to the theme, so I can type into the search bar for different icons than what you see here. So I can type in Star Wars, if I can spell it correctly, and it'll show me some stars, some different options, and then I see some lightsabers. There's like a blue lightsaber, but I already got one, so let's make it red. And then I can make it bigger, I can bend it, and then the cool thing that you do is you can also flip it, and you can also change the position. So it's in front of the words now, but with a click of the button, I can make it in the back. I can change this title here to Miss Shantae. And it's a little too big, so what I can do is change the size. So now it's facts you need to know about Miss Shantae. Now you can add more than these illustrations. It also gives you the option to add more text boxes with different sizes. You can change the design components with like lists, timelines, comparisons. You can change the colors, like suggested colors right here. And if you don't like those, you can just change the color scheme through this bar right here. You can also add different charts. You can add maps if you want to put in the country that you're in. For example, if I type in El Salvador, it shows me this beautiful map right here that matches with the color scheme. Say I'm from La Paz, then I can just change the color so it highlights it, and it looks pretty cool. And also, if you want to upload anything, then you have that option right here. And you also have, in more, you can even put in hyperlinks. You just paste the video right here, and it'll insert the video like this. So whenever you go into presentation mode, then you'll be able to click start and it'll play right on your poster. So whenever you are ready to submit this, you're going to either download the document with the button up here, or you're going to copy the link and add it onto a Google Doc, and then you will send it to us this way. Make sure that the title of that document is titled Piktochart with today's current date.
Okay, niños, entonces we're in our last step of our final project that we're doing with the info chart. And I'm going to present to you kind of what it should look like. This is my own. This is talking about me, my characteristics, things about me. So you can kind of go off of these. This will be a perfect example. So to your right, I started with my name, and I started with a picture and pictures of my kids. And I have a little fact information right here, a little bit about me. I have 7 sisters. I have 3 kids. I let you know what I'm majoring in. Something I really like to do is sing Disney songs with my kids. Very family oriented, and I love to travel. And what I don't like is washing dishes. That's a characteristic. Okay. So I have hobbies. So I feel like that would go under, you could do that like under activities or behaviors. My behavior is get up and go if I want to travel. And activities is definitely traveling. It can be an activity. And I just talk about my favorite place to go visit, different places to go to. And then I have a little bit about how I spend my time. And then here's a picture of my sisters. There's at least all 8 of us in one of those pictures. And just the name. And if you see, it's not just a regular poster size. It is a little longer than a poster. But now, after you present your project, what we're going to do is we're going to get with a partner and we're going to kind of get together and just talk about how ours might be similar or different to one another's. So I have Miss Trinity's Piktochart here, her infographic, and we're just going to go through it. And she also put her name on there, and she has these little cactuses on there, which are really cute. She has her age and where she was born. She has about her family and her aspirations, what she wants to do, ESL teacher and an author. I can see Miss Trinity being an author. And she gives us a little bit about herself in a different way. So mine says a little about me, while hers has her favorite word. And so she also puts her favorite books, which is a nice thing to know about yourself, like know about you, her favorite movies. Then she talks about more about herself, which I think is nice. And she just kind of lets you know why she wants to become an ESL teacher, the atmosphere, the lessons, the students, their stories, and then places where she would like to teach. So this is a little bit more about herself. Like it has different country flags I'm not familiar with. But like if I was with her, if I was her part, like since she would be my partner, I'd be like, okay, I know that's the United States flag. What are these four flags? And kind of ask her a little bit more about that, just so that you are actually talking about it in English and you guys are learning more vocabulary. And her next part is hobbies. So she put on here writing and hiking and baking. And then she puts fun facts. So this is just more about herself, I think. So these are different characteristics, abilities, attributes that Miss Trinity has. And it goes on with her clubs that she's in. She's in Chi Alpha and the gospel choir. And then lastly, she gives us more characteristics about herself, which is nice. She's tall, so she's kind of giving you characteristic. She's not short, she's tall. And she says how tall? Approximately 22.99% of the length of a North Pacific orca. So what you could do if Miss Trinity was your partner, you can look up the size of North Pacific orcas and just kind of ask Google what's 22.99% of it. And you could get her height. So I think that would be really cool. But at the end, she doesn't leave us hanging. She tells us she's 6'2" and a half. And then so we'll both get together and we'll ask each other things. And this is also a good time just to say these vocabulary words. If you can't pronounce them, don't be afraid to ask each other, how do you say this? In English, preferably. If you have any questions, please make them. You can make the questions in your home language, but always answer in English because remember, we're here to better our vocabulary and to just work on that. Okay? Um, do you guys have any questions?
Do we have to write down the differences or are we just talking about it?
I think we're just going to talk about it. And then after you guys are done with your partners, we'll just come together as a class, like the last 10 minutes of class, the last 5-10 minutes. And I'll kind of ask you what kind of differences or similarities you saw in other people's infographics. Like, oh, we all put a little bit about ourselves. Something we all had in common was we all like pizza, or we're tall, or we're short, or we all have brown hair, some similarities, some differences. Like most of us come from big families, or I'm the only one that speaks a different home language or has a different home language than the rest of the class. Just things like that you guys could point out. All right, and I think we're done. If you guys don't have any more questions, don't forget to submit those via link, and then we'll do presentations, and then I'll let you guys get together with your partner. Okay? Alrighty then.